Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Good morning. If you can hear me, push a button, because I don't know if you can hear me or not. How's everybody doing? I hope you all slept well. Never in a million years did I think I would go to a Bon Jovi concert with no voice. I've left concerts with no voice, but never gone to one with no voice. As you can tell, I don't have a voice. I am sick, but I feel okay. I'm just, I have no voice. So let's talk first about, no, I'm sick. That's why I have no voice. It has nothing to do with Bon Jovi. Okay. First of all, I met so many great Coffee Talk fans last night at the concert. So many Jersey Belle fans, so many Coffee Talk fans. Thank you so much to everybody who said hello to me last night. It made me feel so loved. I'm sorry if you can't hear me. I'm really trying. All right, so let's talk about the concert. I will say my first Bon Jovi concert was in 1989. I believe Slippery When Wet. And Bon Jovi was young and long hair, jumping off the stage, seeing him 34 years later, like whatever it is. He's very different. He's much more subdued. His voice still sounds amazing. He sounds amazing, but he is a different John Bon Jovi. He is, you could tell he's, okay. Let me tell you if this makes sense. Listen to what I'm saying, the difference between John and Lionel. Lionel goes on tour and does all the hits, right? You go see Lionel and you get all his greatest hits. You go see John and he desperately wants to sing new music. He wants people to embrace new music. It's just a different vibe. But seeing John last night reminded me of the fact that we all age. We're all getting older. We've come a long way from Slippery When Wet. But he still sounds amazing, and I absolutely love him. I was wearing my big hoops last night. They say the bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe. Anyway, the concert was good. It wasn't his best tour. I'm going to be honest with you. It wasn't his best tour. He played a lot of music that people didn't know, which I think when you pay $250 for a ticket, it's hard for people to sit there through 5 songs they don't know. He played some of his, obviously he played his hits, but he played a lot of songs people didn't know. One of the things that he did talk about, though, was Richie Sambora and Richie leaving the group after all these years and what it did to him and how greatly it impacted him. And I thought about the bravery in John to say, this doesn't have to be the end of me. It doesn't have to be the end of my dream. It doesn't have to be the end of our band, right? Like, I was thinking, John and Richie started this together in New Jersey, Sayreville, New Jersey. And they were together for 31 years. That's a long time. What's with the fucking mad faces? Excuse my language. Can somebody put a smiley face or a heart? I'm killing myself here. I need a heart. Can somebody put a heart? So, anyway, John was talking about, oh, here we go. John was talking about losing Richie. And I was thinking about how many of us have to make decisions like that in our own life. When we love somebody so much, but they're not healthy for us anymore. They're just not healthy. They're no longer appointed to us. They're only attached to us. Do you see the difference? Can you recognize the difference in your life when someone is no longer appointed to you? They are just attached to you. Can you see that? Are you brave enough to make the decision to let them go? And I thought about it last night. And I thought, how many of us have people in our life that are no longer appointed to us? They're just attached to us, trying to take us backwards, trying to keep us stuck where they are. And we love them. We love them so much, but we have to cut them loose. It was so interesting to hear John talk about Richie, especially for a Jersey girl who's been loving them my whole life. I wanted to defend Richie. I wanted to defend him. I wanted to get angry. I wanted to protect him. But the truth is, he was no longer appointed to John. He was just attached to him, trying to hold him back, riddled with addiction and anger and resentment. And it is hard. John put his guitar down for a year. He didn't touch his guitar. He was so hurt by the decision he had to make to say goodbye to somebody after 31 years. And I share this with you because where you're going and the dreams you have for yourself and the life you want to live and the person you want to be, there will be people who are not appointed to you. They're just attached. And you've got to be brave enough to see that. And you've got to be brave enough to let them go. It is hard to let people go. People that you love. It is scary to do that. And I think that everybody in that arena last night was affected by John's words about Richie. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. I want you to know that when you make decisions in your life about realizing who's appointed to you and who's just attached to hold you back, to stifle you from what you want to be, to keep you stuck exactly who you are because it's convenient for them. You've got to be brave enough to see who is not appointed to you, who is just attached to you. You've got to let them go. You've got to let them go. And I know how scary it is. And I know how sad it is. John was talking about it last night. He almost didn't come back. He almost couldn't come back. But the truth is that Richie was no longer appointed to him. He was just attached. And it was causing everybody so much pain. It was time to let go. They've come a long way from Slippery When Wet. It's not exactly the same, but it's good. I love you guys so much. I'm sorry I don't have a voice, but I love you. And I'm thinking about you, and I'm cheering for you, and I love you. It's Friday. Erica's here from New York. I'm excited. It's going to be a great weekend. I love you guys.